Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. Every Thanksgiving, a member of the team and I, plus some others, do a balls-to-the-wall 2-hour ride. This was going to be my toughest ride since my district road race championships in June, after which I got my second AFib incident. For those of you that have been watching my videos, you know that my comeback started with very easy riding and very short duration HIIT work, and now I'm gearing for a 15-minute uphill time trial that'll be happening in a few weeks. On the screen, I'm following a teammate who's an all-arounder and a good climber. It's been a while since I beat him on the climbs, and looks like it's going to be a while before I'm going to be able to beat him again. The second climb is a 3-minute effort at speed. I took the lead at the bottom of our 6-man group and then was attacked by the Glass Man. We call him that because he owns a glass installation company. Going after him is young Nick, one of the main riders of the Academy Cycling Junior Racing Team. The Glass Man is a staccato rider. While his forte is not in time trials, he can do real strong, intense, short efforts such as lead-outs and sprints. I think all those years in soccer have something to do with it. And it looks like the Glass Man used his abilities to give young Nick a good lead-out at the bottom of the hill. And now I'm chasing this junior. Now you'll notice every once in a while he's turning back and looking to see if I'm still chasing, to see if he can let up or not. And I'm not letting up. There are riders that ride hard all the time, even in the off-season, and that's not something I recommend. That's not something that I could do either, especially because of my risk of AFib. Knowing that this was going to be mostly a Hammerhead ride, littered with bouts of maximal intensity, I made sure I came into this ride pretty rested. The ride I was going to do 2 days earlier was going to be an uphill time trial pacing workout. Instead, I made it into an easy endurance climb. In my pre-AFib days, I was training and racing a lot, including doing stage races such as Tour de Gila. Now that I'm AFib boy, I have to pick and choose my battles. I'm training on the bike just 3 days a week, and they're not consecutive. Back to the screen, I've been breathing pretty heavily. My heart rate's creeping up. With a maximum heart rate of 163, I'm approaching 90% max. So far, I may get a little distance and then I lose a little distance. Every once in a while, I can still see him turn around and do a little status check. 1 minute later. Well, I didn't catch young Nick. I took solace in the fact that the others didn't catch me. Well, at least I hope they were chasing. The rest of the ride to the back of the lake and then back to the climb that we just came from were littered with ups and downs. We pounded it to our turnaround point, but because we knew what was coming, on our way back we were a lot more moderate with our pacing. As we start up the back end of the previously viewed climb, young Nick has us lined out. Like the front end, this is also a 3-minute climb at speed. As the second-in-line rider pulls off to start to moderate his rate, the rider in front of me begins to meter his. I am now starting to get concerned that I'm going to be losing wheels at speed. If I hesitate, the gap may grow too big and I'll never be able to catch young Nick. After working my way up a bit, I then jump onto young Nick's wheel. The question is, will I be able to stay there for another 100 seconds? Whenever I have a sudden increase in either duration and/or intensity of a ride, I'm hungry afterwards, and I'm hungry for up to 2 days. If I would do that same type of ride the following week, I would not be as hungry. With this training day being Thanksgiving, it's a great excuse to be able to go home and pig out. However, with my uphill time trial happening in 2 weeks, I still have to be careful. So what I do is I make sure that each meal that I eat has a reasonable amount of calories in it and that the quality of the food is good. I did eat half a pumpkin pie, but I had it in 2 settings and not one like I usually would have. Green. Young Nick has been inching away from me. My heart rate has been 95% of maximal effort. I don't know what's going on behind me. Let's speed to the top and see how it turns out. As we get close to the crest, and I'm trying to hold whatever pace that I can, the Glass Man just comes by me. I'm impressed. As we make our way back to the start, everyone is still trying to put everyone else in a hurt locker. What I do notice is that while everyone's intensity is still up there, the duration of their efforts are much, much less. To be able to do this Hammerhead ride, not only did I come in fully rested, I got to the start before everyone else did, and I did 30 minutes of easy warm-up. The prep for my uphill time trial pacing workout I'm going to be doing in 2 days starts now. After I bid everybody adieu, I continue on the road for another 30 minutes for an easy warm-down. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something useful out of it. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving too. Remember, comment, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for future videos. The Cycling Greek.